All right, so we're just in Gastown, Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, and I came from Tawasin off the ferry from Schwartz Bay on Vancouver Island, and yeah, I don't know, it took like 40 minutes, 45 minutes, I don't know, something like that to get to Gastown. So I'm just going to do a little wander around. I want to go see the clock. Hopefully I catch it when it's making its little tooting noise. Apparently it does that, so we're gonna go check that out. But maybe I'll grab a coffee and just wander up and down the street here that the clock's on, and get a few pictures and show them off, so I can show you what I'm doing here in Vancouver. Just a stopover. I'm on my way back to Saskatchewan, and yeah, I just left Victoria this morning, so yeah, thanks for joining me. Go ahead and click subscribe and like. That would help me out for my channel. And also, if you know anybody who'd like to just see a little bit of Gastown, send the video off to them. That would also help me. So thanks for doing that if you can. And yeah, stay tuned and we'll wander around Gastown.
So that's the observation tower, and I'm parked right on Water Street, just down from the Gastown clock. And yeah, it's kind of a nice little view. And then I stopped in for coffee here at this shop here. It's kind of funky. Anyways, had to get a picture of it. And yeah, so corner of Water Street and Cambie is where the clock is.
I'm just waiting where it should go off. The clock's supposed to go off at the hour. There's already people watching, waiting for it to go off. That's pretty cool. I kind of expected it to be a little bit louder, but it's it's actually just about right. It's not too loud, yet it's kind of a neat little thing to come see in Gastown. So the tower behind there, the observation tower, that's kind of cool. We're gonna just walk along the street here and get kind of a look out at the bay.
It is kind of a cool looking clock. I did actually like it. It looks kind of funky. And then, of course, the whole street is kind of just got all these old buildings and the stone and sidewalks, and just kind of a narrow street. It's got a really nice look to it. I like the architecture, and kind of the old look architecture mixed into the downtown with like the skyline. So yeah, I really enjoyed this kind of view of the mix with the downtown, and seeing kind of how it fits in. And so as I'm kind of cruising down Water Street here, I'm just kind of seeing how it kind of goes from the old look to the new, and then the skyline starts to grow, and buildings get taller and taller. And then I'm end up here at Canada Place, where it's raining pretty good, so I tried to get a little bit of a view here of the building and then the bay.
All right, so I'm just a Canada place here in Vancouver, and I'm getting wet as usual. Hopefully I'm not as soaked as I was a couple days ago, because it took about 24 hours to dry off. All right, so I'm heading back to Gastown, and we're gonna get out of Vancouver and start heading our way back to Saskatoon. But hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you for the next one.
So this is kind of my last look of the skyline of Vancouver, and then it starts as I head back to Gastown. It starts mixing in with the old, and so I just kind of took a view from the other side of the street. So it's not really a huge area that I covered, but you know, it's kind of a different perspective. And yeah, just the old buildings always get me. I love the architecture, and it's interesting to see how, you know, they kind of still blend in and mix with, you know, the new architecture that's there, and what's, you know, how cities have evolved over time. But they're just they're beautiful buildings, and you know, they always have you know, this kind of sparks my imagination, you know, anyways. And I like how they kind of set the mood for certain neighborhoods. And so, you know, as I kind of head back to Water Street here, you know, it's just kind of a nice, you know, interesting neighborhood to walk through. And it's got all these little shops along the way, and, you know, just different things that in each little shop. But it kind of just, you know, has its own little kind of character to it. And you know, I just really enjoy that. So you're just walking down here is kind of takes you to almost a different, you know, different time, and just like the character of it. So I really enjoyed it, and I was able to get back to the clock to take another peek. So yeah, I really like that. So this was a much better view of the clock. I should have been here the first time, but I just showed up just before it went off, and so I didn't want to miss it. And yeah, it's just it's a cool neighborhood. It's you know, it's worth walking up and down. I really enjoyed just taking the time to come see Gastown and the clock, and just kind of wandering down for a few minutes, even though I didn't have a lot of time. It was totally worth it. I really like the old buildings, and it's the character of this neighborhood. So it was kind of a nice walk, and it was cool to see the changes into the downtown.
Well, I just finished up in Gastown here, back in the car. So we're heading to Kelowna, and hopefully I'll show you a few things in Kelowna that are kind of interesting, but it's along the path. So I hope you'll follow me along and see what we have going on in Kelowna. Go ahead and click subscribe and like. That really helps that helps out my channel. And if you know anybody who is wanting to travel along with me to check out Kelowna on my way back to Saskatoon, pass the video on. That would really be appreciated. So we'll see you in Kelowna.